Hey, good day. It is our games of the month. I'm Joel. That is Jeremy Stender on the other end of the phone line here. And Jeremy, June has come. Memorial Day has come and gone. We are into the thick of summer, and that means a fun time. High school playoffs here.
Yeah, it sure does, Joel. And, you kind of, I almost get goosebumps when you say June is here already. It's like, hold on, slow down. Where's our spring and summer going? We had such a crappy spring, but yeah, it's an exciting time, and a lot of local teams having some opportunities here, Joel, to make some dreams a reality. And that's really cool. You and I both remember being student athletes. It's been a long time, but this is really a fun time of year as you get into the postseason and an opportunity to do something special representing your school.
Well, and for this season especially, there's been so many upsets here. It's been fun. I mean, just earlier this week, the winners bracket final in one area softball section was a 5 seed versus a 6 seed, and that's indicative of a lot of sections around the area. There's just so many upsets here this year.
There really is. And, Joel, a few days ago, I had the opportunity to call, a Section 5 AA baseball game. And, on that same day, GSL scores 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win 12-11. Watertown Mare, who was last year's section champion and returned the bulk of their team, they go 0-1 and lose to the 13 seed. And, those are your two teams. I mean, if GSL doesn't score 5 in that bottom of the 7th, you're talking about your two teams that were playing in the section championship game not even getting into the double elimination portion of the bracket. So weird things can happen. That's kind of one of the strange things sometimes, especially with high school baseball. You might not have the greatest team, but if you got one really good arm, you can play yourself into that double elimination portion, and you can go a little bit. And that was kind of on display late last week, and it just sets up for such a fun, Section 5 AA final in baseball. And then on the softball side, you have the number 1 seed Rockford go 0-2. They're out. So it's pretty cool how this can all come together and what we can see happen as we get to the postseason.
Yeah, and we have plenty of coverage between KGLB and KDUZ and KARP. So a lot of still high school sports coming up in June here. I want to briefly mention, we got just a short amount of time here, but one game that folks can tune in for. We're going to go to amateur baseball here in June. That is June 22nd on KGLB. Plato versus Green Isle, one of the better rivalries. It hasn't been a super fierce rivalry the last few years, but maybe that changes this year with two pretty good teams there.
Yeah, I think it's coming back. Chris Domina and I have always, over the course of the last 7 or 8 years, we've called that not the best rivalry in our league. We've called that one of the best rivalries in the state, and it is. And, Plato's back in earnest after a couple of years of being down, and the Green Isle Irish are back too. And both teams have their sights set on that 100th state tournament. That should be a really fun one come later in June.
Those are the games of the month for June here. He's Jeremy. I'm Joel. We will see you on the radio.